Hey guys, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be letting you guys know 7 tips on how to achieve healthy locks. I've had locks for about 11 years now, going on 12. So I feel like I can give you all a little bit of insight into how to get the best out of your lock journey, especially for people that are starting out, people that have starter locks. It can be a struggle, especially if you don't have people to guide you, family members or friends that have locks or know anything about them. These tips can definitely help you if you are just getting started with your lock journey or if you are looking to improve your lock journey. So if you guys are interested in my 7 tips for healthy locks, then please keep watching. Okay, so my first tip for healthy locks is to find a good natural hairstylist or a loctician. When I first started my hair, I had my mom. My mom is the one who started my locks. She also has locks as well. So I didn't really have to go out looking for someone to do my hair or someone to teach me about locks at all because I had someone like that at home. Lucky for me. But for those of you that don't, I suggest you definitely find someone that you trust, that you're comfortable with, to continuously do your locks, to teach you, maybe what products you should use, how to properly retwist your hair, how to wash your hair, stuff like that. You should have a loctician or a hairstylist that definitely knows, obviously, what they're talking about. You don't want to just go to anyone without you being completely comfortable with that person. So definitely find a good loctician or natural hairstylist to do your hair. This tip is definitely key for people that are starting out with locks, who are beginners, because you don't want to have different people doing your hair or styling your hair, because every stylist obviously isn't the same. Every loctician isn't going to be doing your hair the same. So it's important for you to find maybe 1 or 2 locticians or hairstylists that can do your hair and that you trust completely, because this is a lock journey you're talking about and you don't want to put your lock journey, into the hands of just anyone. So yeah, every hairstylist obviously uses different products. They don't twist the same. They may not twist your hair in the same direction as the last stylist. Therefore, you have some locks twisted this way, some locks twisted that way. Like, you don't want your hair to be all messed up or all over the place just because you're going to 5, 6 different locticians or hairstylists to do your hair. So definitely find someone that you can count on to do your hair. Do your research, look at the hairstylist's work, make sure they're credible, make sure there's someone that you can depend on to do your locks if you're not going to do them yourself. Tip number 2 is to take care of your scalp. Taking care of your scalp when you're on a lock journey is key. It is so important, you guys. Like, I feel like a lot of people neglect their scalp when they have locks. Moisturizing your scalp, absolutely key. Keep your scalp from being dry and flaky and ending up getting breakage and thinning in your roots, which we absolutely do not want. Massaging your scalp is also extremely important because it stimulates your hair growth, and obviously we have locks, we want our hair to grow. So yeah, those 2 things with your scalp I definitely want to say are important. Moisturizing and massaging your scalp, definitely key. Tip number 3 to healthy locks is do not retwist your hair too much. Do not go crazy and retwist your hair every single day, you guys. Don't do it, don't do it. I'm telling you, like, that's another key thing with your lock journey, is that you do not want to retwist your hair too much. I know we all love to have a fresh retwist. I know we all love to have our hair laid, because I'm telling you, that is me. I love having my hair laid, but at the risk of causing damage to my scalp and my roots, I will not be retwisting my hair every day. I won't do it. And I suggest you guys don't do it either. Honestly, retwisting your hair too much is not going to do anything for you except for cause breakage, cause thinning in your roots, and cause thinning in your edges, which is... us dreadheads do not want any of that. Find a good balance to where you can retwist your hair and it's not causing too much tension on your roots. Twisting your hair too much definitely weakens your roots. I've noticed in my own lock journey myself. Healthy roots equals healthy locks. If you're having breakage and thinning within your roots, chances are it's gonna grow out and it's not gonna be a thick, healthy lock because the roots are thin. Your hair needs to breathe and your roots need to breathe. Both of these are extremely important to having a healthy lock journey. My next tip is to practice night care with your hair. always protect your hair at night. Never go to sleep, or try to not go to sleep without protecting your hair. Now, by protecting your hair, I mean by either sleeping on a satin or silk pillowcase, or having a silk or satin scarf or cap for your hair for when you're sleeping. I used to never care about my hair at night. I would just be like, okay, going to sleep, whatever. But now I realize that if you don't practice night care with your locks, then it can definitely show. You just got your hair done, you didn't put a scarf on it, you wake up in the morning and your hair doesn't look as good as it did the day before. That's because you're not protecting your hair. That's because you're not taking care of it at night like you do when you wake up in the morning. So definitely wear a scarf, wear a cap at night before you go to sleep. My next tip for having a healthy lock journey is to use minimum products and to use more so natural products. Now, I'm not telling you to go ahead and buy all natural everything to do your hair. I'm just saying, when you're reaching for products in the store, try your best to use products that have more natural ingredients in it than chemicals, because obviously chemicals are going to do more damage to your hair than good. Natural oils and less products in general, like having a smaller amount of products that you use in your hair on the regular, is very important, because you don't want to go ahead, especially with locks, you don't want to go ahead and try to use a whole bunch of different products, try to buy any new product that comes out that claims it's good for locks. I'm not trying to mess up something that already works. So I feel that with a lock journey, in the beginning, obviously, you know, you're not gonna know what products to use. You're not gonna know how much of this and how often to do this. But that's why with a lock journey, it's all trial and error. You have to go ahead and find what works for you. But with my advice, I'm just letting you guys know that when you do find what works for you, I suggest you stick to it, because once you know the products that work for your locks, then you know what's going to have them grow long and healthy. If you're using a bunch of different products all the time and you don't have your own set routine for your hair care, you're gonna be lost. Your hair isn't going to come out as healthy or as nice as you would like it to, because you're not nourishing it with the right products. You're giving it a whole bunch of random products and it's not gonna know what to do with itself. So I suggest you guys definitely find a hair care routine and use minimum products when it comes to your hair to have healthy locks. My next tip is to keep your locks clean. We do not have dirty hair. Locks does not equal dirty hair. And I feel like that's a big stereotype that a lot of people have. They see people with locks and they honestly assume that we don't wash our hair at all, honestly, and that our hair stinks. But that's not true. Keep your locks clean. Find a maintenance routine, a wash and retwist routine, or just a wash care routine for your hair that works for you. And wash your hair as often as you would like, but I'm gonna tell you right now, do not wash your hair too often. I can't tell you guys the right amount of times you should be washing your hair per month or anything like that. All I can tell you is you know what works for your hair. If you're washing it too often, you'll know, because your hair will show you. Take care of your locks. Wash your locks and keep them clean. How often you do that is all the way up to you. That's for people with starter locks, and that's for people with long locks. If you are a beginner with locks, I understand that when you're trying to get your hair to lock, you may not want to wash it as often just because you want your hair to lock. You don't want it to end up unraveling. However, water helps our hair become more kinky and therefore lock faster. And for people with longer locks, just because you have longer locks and you've been doing this for a while does not mean that you can neglect your hair and start not washing it. Washing your hair is key. Keep it clean. You can also use dry shampoos to cleanse your scalp and to cleanse your hair. I know that when my mom first started her locks, she actually did use a dry shampoo. Brand is ORS. It is an herbal cleanse shampoo. It's a dry shampoo. With the dry shampoo, you just put it on your scalp and you massage it in, and yeah, it's pretty simple. And dry shampoo is an alternative to actually washing your hair, only if you are starting out your locks and you're trying to not wash your hair so that your hair does not unravel. All depends on your hair type. If your hair is more kinky and locks more easily, chances are you won't need to use the dry shampoo. But if you're having trouble with your locks and you're starting out and they're unraveling a lot, but you don't want to wash it because you don't want them to unravel, then definitely try using a dry shampoo. It is always an option, and it ensures that your scalp is still clean. Washing our hair is very important. We don't want our hair to be dirty, just like anyone else who has hair. They wash their hair, they don't want their hair to be dirty. So there's no reason that just because you have locks and our hair is low maintenance does not mean that you should neglect your hair, in the sense that you should not be washing it as much. My last and final tip is to be patient. Be patient and enjoy the journey, because it's gonna be a long one and you might as well enjoy it. Instead of focusing on what everyone else is doing and worrying about if you're doing all the right things with your hair, worrying about length and, oh, her hair is longer than mine and blah blah, all that stuff is really not important at all. Everyone's lock journey is going to be different, everyone's hair is different, and that's just how it is. You can't compare yourself to anyone else on this journey, because that's only going to hurt you in the long run. Like, you made this decision, you decided to commit, learn a lot about yourself. I've noticed in a lock journey, honestly, a lot of people can't do what you're doing. Do you know how many people can't commit to a lock journey? So the fact that you're either taking the first step into your lock journey or you've already been on your lock journey for a while is a really big thing, because patience is key and everyone does not have that. You're not going to grow your locks overnight. This is a journey at the end of the day, and you might as well enjoy it. I feel like the less I worried about my hair and the less I stressed about how fast it's growing and all of that, the better I felt afterwards when I noticed that it grew so much. I was just like, oh my gosh, when did my hair get this long? Like, that's the fun part about this journey. You're just doing you, minding your business while going through a whole journey, and next thing you know, you have long, beautiful locks. It's amazing. No one said that this was easy. This journey is going to be long, it's going to be hard, but at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be worth it. If you made it to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Also, let me know if you guys out there have any other tips for growing long, healthy locks, thicker locks, anything like that. I'm sure we could all talk about it, discuss it in the comments, and maybe you can share some information that I didn't know about locks, because I'm telling you guys right now, I am not an expert. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye, y'all.